Hello friends, and welcome back to the Insights Tales. The FBI officers were baffled to see that even if a prisoner was left open in this prison, they still couldn't escape. So how did 3 prisoners manage to escape right under the authorities' noses? The most surprising thing was that for the next 10 hours, the prison authorities had absolutely no idea about their escape. Not just the FBI, but 3 top-level agencies put all their resources into solving this case. We're talking about a jailbreak from 60 years ago that remains not just unsolved, but has become a mystery for the world. In the Pacific Ocean, there's a small island spanning just 22 acres. It was a place where the world's most dangerous criminals were kept. The island was built on a large rock in the ocean, which is why it was nicknamed the Rock. This island was surrounded by the ocean and further secured with a 15-foot-high fence. The prison was monitored 24/7 by guards, and because it was located at the opening of the Pacific Ocean, strong winds and high waves constantly surrounded it. Considering all these factors, in 1934, this place was declared a federal prison, known for its extreme security. In short, once someone entered here, escaping on their own was next to impossible. This prison earned the title of inescapable. But on July 12, 1962, the myth was shattered when 3 prisoners outwitted the security and managed to escape. The key players in this story are John and Clarence Anglin, brothers who were sent here for a bank robbery case. Then there's Frank Morris, who had been in and out of prison for the past 13 years. He was also sent to Alcatraz for a bank robbery. Lastly, there's Alan West, who had attempted to escape from other prisons multiple times before, which is why he was placed in Alcatraz for maximum security. Alan West had been in this prison for quite a while, so he knew more about the compound than others. The idea to escape Alcatraz first came to Alan West in 1960, and he shared it with his companions. Alan had discovered a loophole in Block B, which made their escape somewhat possible. However, the issue was that these 4 met during lunch breaks, but their cells were not in Block B. The 4 of them worked persistently to get themselves transferred to Block B. Their first target was achieved. All 4 prisoners were now in Block B. For the next 2 years, they plotted inside their cells, unnoticed by anyone. On July 12, 1962, at 7 a.m., as per the routine, prison staff went to wake up the inmates and conduct the head count. It was then discovered that 3 prisoners were missing. When the staff rechecked all the cells, they found John and Clarence Anglin, along with Frank Morris, apparently sleeping on their beds. The guards felt this was unusual, so they went inside the cells to wake them up. It was then they discovered that what was lying on the beds were dummy heads made of soap, plaster, and concrete. Yes, they had escaped. One of the dummy heads had fallen and broken, as seen in this photograph. This scene shocked the entire prison staff. Thinking the prisoners couldn't have left the island, they began searching the entire island, but no trace of them could be found. Everyone was left wondering how 3 prisoners managed to escape such a high-security prison. The FBI called in investigators, and the search began. It was discovered that the 3 prisoners had broken through a small vent in their cell's walls. What shocked the investigators further was that there were 3 damaged vents, not just one. One of the vents belonged to Alan West, who, for some reason, failed to break out. Alan knew he had no chance of escape now, so he thought it best to inform the authorities about their plan. He later told the FBI that he had created the dummy heads with soap, plaster, and concrete mix. He also revealed that the hair on the dummies was taken during haircuts in the prison. Each of the 4 prisoners had a small vent on the back wall of their cells, measuring 5 by 9.5 inches. Alan had worked in the maintenance department and knew the walls were just 6 inches thick and could easily be broken through. For 6 months, the 4 prisoners had been slowly chiseling away at the vent. They used spoons stolen from the kitchen, and eventually even created a drilling machine from a vacuum cleaner motor. They concealed the digging tools under musical instruments, or kept them hidden. The digging was mostly done during the loud hours of the day, when there was a lot of noise in the prison. The hole led to a corridor, which was not monitored by any security guards. From there, the prisoners accessed a drain pipe leading to the roof, where they often worked on maintenance tasks. Prisoners were kept busy with maintenance tasks. Prisoners were kept busy with maintenance tasks to prevent them from becoming idle. These 4 prisoners also worked on the roof, carefully planning every detail of their escape. They would take note of every minor detail during these roof tasks. They knew that, from the roof, they could easily escape by scaling the prison's 15-foot-high perimeter fence. They had already prepared for their escape. They had constructed an inflatable raft by tying together rubber raincoats. These raincoats were provided by the prison administration, and the prisoners had been collecting them under various pretexts. They even used the raincoats to create life jackets that would keep them afloat in the water. By the time they escaped, they were ready with everything they needed. The FBI's question was still the same. Where are the escaped prisoners now? Their 4th partner, Alan West, said that according to the plan, they first had to land on Angel Island north of Alcatraz, where security was almost non-existent. From there, they had to steal a car and some clothes. Searches were conducted around the lands near Alcatraz, but there were no reports of theft or robbery. The impossible happened. The prisoners who escaped by tricking security were swallowed by the ocean. Here, Alan West's story was also made up to mislead the FBI. There was no trace of the 3. On the 6th floor of Block B, where all this was planned, footprints were found leading to a secret workshop, and they were lowered by hanging on a rope. Checking the footprints, it was confirmed that Alan West's story was not a lie. Now, the FBI, along with the Coast Guard, Bureau of Prisons, and U.S. Marshal Service, started searching the ocean for the prisoner, but they found neither the prisoners nor any rafts, nor life jackets. This was no longer just a police case, but now a mystery. Then, the Coast Guard found a wooden piece floating, which was believed to be part of the raft. Later, 2 bags made from raincoats were also found, containing personal items of the prisoners, such as family photos and letters. It was assumed that the 3 prisoners didn't make it to the land alive, because these items were things no prisoner would easily leave behind. Dead bodies or parts of them would float on the water's surface. But for the next several months, the investigation team found no bodies or body parts. One theory was that the prisoners may have reached land by swimming or drifting on a raft, because after the escape in 1962, the FBI had been keeping a close watch on the England brothers' family. One of their nephews, David Winner, told the FBI that John and Clarence's older brother had told his sisters at the time of his death that their brothers were alive and in contact with them. Many family members also told the FBI that 2 women, dressed strangely with makeup, had visited the family on special occasions, and they thought it could be John and Clarence in disguise. However, after this, the 2 men were never seen again. Additionally, 15 years after the escape, the England brothers' cousin claimed to have seen the 2 brothers at a club in Brazil, and they even took a photo. The family believed this was the England brothers, but the investigator from the Marshal Service said that the men in the photo didn't match the England brothers' appearance. The last time there was any news of the England brothers being alive was then, and after that, no trace of them has ever been found. The following year, in 1979, Alcatraz was closed down, and the FBI officially gave up on the case. Now, only the Marshal Service is still working on the case, and it will remain open until the prisoners are caught, their bodies are found, or their whereabouts are confirmed. Alcatraz Island is now a national park, where tourists can see Block B's original bars, where 60 years ago, the England brothers, Frank Morris, and their partner Alan West were once imprisoned. We hope you will like and share this video. See you in the next amazing video.